Hello everybody, it's me, Green Eggs and Sam, and today we're going to be talking about who is the best video game developer. Now, before we start with, you guessed it, Microsoft, we're going to talk about, I'm going to quickly explain what each of these categories are. So there's availability, which is basically how many platforms the game is on, PC, console, mobile. There's volume, which is how much the developer produces, like how many games the developer produces. There's quality, which is the quality. There's pricing, which is the pricing. And there's bonus, which is, extra points that I gave to developers because of like things they have, like a game engine or a console, or I'll take away points there for scandals. I don't know. Yeah, you'll see how it works in a sec. I closed the spreadsheet on my phone because I'm an idiot. Yes, I actually did use a spreadsheet for this. No, I don't want to talk about how my soul left my body. All right, but starting with Microsoft, their availability is at a 3 because their games are on, Xbox, PC, some on mobile. And with cloud gaming, of course, they're on mobile. For volume, they have a 2 because they don't really make that much. They mostly focus on hardware and software. They have a 5 for quality because their games are seriously good. I mean, look at Minecraft and Sea of Thieves. And no matter how much you tell me Minecraft is built by Mojang, I do not care. And they have a 3 for pricing because their games are somewhat expensive, but you are also paying for that quality previously mentioned. And they have 4 bonus points, 2 from the Xbox being a good console, 1 for Windows, and another one for Game Pass, which is an incredible deal, by the way. No, this video is not sponsored. I'm in crippling debt. Next, we have EA, also known as Electronic Arts. So for their availability, they have 5 because their games are on everything, everywhere, at all times. They have a 5 for volume because they make, just look at Madden and NHL and 2K and all the sports games. And things looking good for EA. 5. Boom, 2. The quality sucks. They're terrible. It sucks. Really harsh on EA. I have a 3 for pricing, because the prices are, they're iffy sometimes. So EA has 1 bonus point for the long franchises they have, 1 bonus point from the EA launcher being mediocre, but -1 because they are greedy as shit. All they want is your money. They require nothing else from you. Thank you, EA. And yes, I know, you can see the watermark on this. I was too broke to find anything else. Next, we have Sony. And Sony has a 1.5 for availability because the games are really only on the PlayStation. But there's also like the PlayStation Vita. Was it Vita or Vista? I don't remember. I don't use PlayStation, so 3 for volume because they actually do make a pretty good amount of games. 5 for quality because their games are seriously good. God of War is amazing, not to mention Spider-Man games and the other games that I don't care enough about to research. Spider-Man Kratos are really the good ones. They have a 2 for pricing because their games are pretty expensive, but you are paying for that quality thing. And 3 for bonus because they have 2 points for the PlayStation and 1 for their award-winning exclusives. Now for Nintendo. They have a 1 for availability because their games are only on the Switch or their own consoles. They have a 2 for volume because they actually do make no games. They make no games. ever, really. I mean, they create occasionally Mario Kart, Zelda, but yeah, they don't really make a lot, but they do have a 4 for quality because their games are really good. A 4 for pricing also because their games, excuse my phone, their games are actually quite quite well priced for what you're paying for. Thank you, laptop, for telling me Do Not Disturb is on. Thank you. Shit, fuck, okay. Anyways, and for their bonus, they have a 3.5 because they have 2 for like the legacy of Nintendo with some amazing games, um, and 1.5 for the Switch. I would have given it more, but I hate it. Moving on to Activision Blizzard, and Activision Blizzard coming in amazing already because I could not find a white logo for them. So, if you can't see that, read the text below it. Activision Blizzard has a 4 for availability because their games are on, most platforms. Only COD is on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, mobile, actually, also. We have a 5 for volume because, I mean, just look at Modern Warfare 3. It's Modern Warfare 3 for like the third time. No, no, no. It's Modern Warfare 3 the second time. So really, it's Modern Warfare 6. You know, I mean, it's just simple math. Why don't you just call it Modern Warfare 6? You can get some sick Roman numerals in there. But no, you want to call it 3 again because you're stupid. There's my opinion on Activision Blizzard. A 1 for quality because their games are shit. I mean, Warzone is like full of hackers, completely crazy. The boys crossover, which is just I don't even play Warzone. I know about this stuff. I have a 3 for pricing because it's pretty average pricing for COD and stuff. I don't know. I'm not counting microtransactions in pricing. And -1 for bonus because of their scandals. Only -1. You should be grateful. Next, we have Paradox Interactive. So, starting off with availability, they have a 3 because, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, their games are on some of the, it varies. And for volume, they have a 3 also because they actually do make a solid amount of games. They just don't have very long franchises like EA does, for example. For quality, they have a 4 because their games are actually really good. I mean, like CK, EU4, City Skylines, Prison Architect, a lot of management sims that are actually like the leading management and strategy games. They have a 2 for pricing because their games are like, I get it's a small indie company, but their games are still like wildly expensive. But you are, for like the 9th time in this video, paying for the quality. And then a 2 for bonus because there is actually a lot of mod compatibility and support for Paradox games, and almost all of them actually have a workshop page for mods, and on the Paradox Plaza, you can get mods for it. They make good games, is what I'm trying to say. I love Paradox. But it is mostly unbiased in this video, so we're going to keep it that way, with the exception of Activision Blizzard. They suck. Next is Valve. Valve, for their availability, have a 2, because they're really only on they're only on Steam and the Steam Deck, but mostly just Steam. And I know somebody in the comments is gonna be like, well, actually, TF2 was released for console. Bro, that was like 15 years ago. Like, I'm sorry, it does not count anymore. Your point is invalid. Like just because TF2 and a few other Valve games were on console 15 years ago does not mean anybody still plays those games on console. Maybe like one guy in like Montana, but that's it. Comment if you play Valve games on console. Anyways, for their volume, they scored a 3 because they make a consider they can make a good amount of games. Like they update them. Like CS2 is pretty much a new game. Um, they make a good amount. 5 for quality because their games are incredible. I mean, TF2 is well, maybe TF2 is not the best example. Um, Portal and Portal 2, both great games. You know, CS:GO is pretty good. CS2 is mediocre. I'm gonna count them as separate games. Screw you. Um, for pricing, they have a 4 because their games are like TF2, CS:GO free. Portal is like $5. Portal 2 is like $5. Aperture Desk Job is like $5. Gmod's like 20 though, so keep that in mind when you're purchasing Steam games or Valve games. That is. And then bonus, they scored a 6, um, which is just that's a lot. And they scored a 6 because they scored 4 for Steam being a very good and mainstream platform, and 2 for not upgrading, 2 for updating very old games, like they do some TF2 hotfixes, and then the CS2 update. And that's 6. Yeah. Move on to Rockstar. Rockstar scores a 4 out of 5 for availability because GTA is on, PC, Xbox, PS2, and a PS2. No, PS, PlayStation. I don't know why did I say PS2? And Red Dead is on uh, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch now, which is just crazy. For volume, they scored a 3 because they make a mediocre amount of games, like the GTA series, Red Dead, GTA Online, you know. For quality, they scored a 4 because their games are almost literal masterpieces. They scored a 3 for pricing because the games they're a little iffy in the price range, but overall, pretty reasonably priced. Once again, paying for the quality of their games. And they scored a 3 for bonus because there's 1 for the GTA 5 profitability, and then 2 for Rage being an incredible game engine, which, if you know, Rage stands for Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Moving on to Ubisoft. So Ubisoft starts off with a 4 for availability because, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, maybe on Switch, I'm not sure. I don't know. They scored a 4 for volume also because they make a lot. A surprising amount, actually. I thought Ubisoft fell off the face of the earth after 2003. I guess not. They're still active. They scored a 3 for quality because their games they're pretty good. Satisfying. The games are satisfying, which is what I was trying to say. And 3 for pricing because the games are pretty reasonably priced. And -1 because of a scandal. I think it was they were taking money from their employees or mistreating them. Probably both. Yeah, but I don't know. And lastly, Epic Games. So for their availability, 5, Fortnite is on everything. Fall Guys is on everything. I forget what other games they make. Rocket League is on everything. You know, they scored a 2 for volume because they really only make Fortnite, Fall Guys, and Rocket League. They haven't made a series or anything in a while. A 4 for quality though. Like Fortnite, as much as people hate on it, not now though, it's OG map and everything, but as much as people hated on it, it was like nobody can deny that it was no hackers, or rare to see a hacker. Pretty, like solid game. Everything worked pretty well. No like game breaking bugs, and the servers were always up. Good quality from Epic. And then a 5 for pricing because pretty much all of their games are free. And then 3 points for the bonus because the Unreal Engine is good as fuck. The Unreal Engine is probably the best engine that on the market right now. Like if you're making a game, go with the Unreal Engine. Take it from a guy on the internet. Go with Unreal Engine. Or Rage. Alright, so now, what the fuck was that? So, here are our top 3 for the best video game developer title. Number 1, oh no, sorry, not number 1 yet. Number 3, Rockstar and Microsoft, because they both scored the same. Yeah, I would tell you, the score would be on the screen if I was not lazy. I can tell you though, they both scored a 17 out of 20. And number 2 is Epic Games with an incredible score of 19 out of 20. And then number 1, I've already made a video about them, Valve. They scored a 20 out of 20. Because they're great. It really shouldn't be out of 20, but I don't know why that is. It's a mistake. But they still scored a 20, which is just mind-bogglingly good. And I also kept this, seriously, I kept this almost as unbiased as possible. I didn't just give away points to Microsoft because I own an Xbox. I didn't take points from PlayStation because I don't own a PlayStation. Completely, oh, no, not completely, almost completely unbiased. And here's just the list. Number 1 was Valve with 20 out of 20. Number 2 was Epic Games with 19 out of 20. Number 3, 2 times, was 17 out of 20. EA got a 15 out of 20. Both Sony and Nintendo got a 14.5 out of 20. Paradox got a 14 out of 20. Ubisoft got a 13 out of 20. And Activision Blizzard coming in here with a outstanding, incredible, amazing 12 out of 20. We all love and hate Activision Blizzard at the same time. How can you not? Anyways, thank you all for watching. This is actually my second time recording this video, because the first time I didn't do it on a Google Slideshow presentation, and I decided to just put it all in Premiere Pro. Not a good idea, I can tell you that. Yes, this video was recorded on Google Slides. Thank you all for watching. Like this video if you liked it. That's what it's there for. Comment something like, I hate Activision Blizzard. Because I do too. But seriously though, I love getting comments. And yeah, subscribe. Just reached 100 a week ago. Was it a week? It was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know, man. Anyways, I want to get to 200 because I will not stop growing my channel no matter what you tell me. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.